Now whenever I hear that sentence, I realise there's never any good news. You see, it's summertime in China and it's pouring down rain. I'm rushing off to work with an umbrella and a cup of coffee. I'm weaving through the crowds like an F1 racer until I slip. Up goes my umbrella and down goes my coffee. All over my brand new Armani's. Cost me $10. I then rush off to the subway station, praying, hoping that I'll find a seat on the subway. But instead what I find is China's 7th wonder of the world. The Great Wall of people. Pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. By the time the subway doors close, I am on the wrong side. As you can imagine, I arrive at work late. I'm looking drenched like a wet dog and I smell of cappuccino. I can't help but say to myself, life sucks. When I first graduated, I dreamt of doing something big, changing people's lives, being on the front cover of Time. But 7 years later, I wasn't on time or on time. My life was mundane, monotonous, dry. I was about as inspirational as a rock. And as I sat there behind my desk, drowning in my own negativity, my colleague calls out my name. I turn around and a sharp pain in my lower back. My colleague comes over, says, "You okay?" And every twist and turn felt like electricity up and down my spine. I was in so much pain that blinking made me want to cry. He said, "Maybe you should go see a Chinese doctor." So off I went to find a Chinese doctor. A short, fat old man with eyes so small, I wondered if he could see out of them. The first thing he did was pull out his knuckle and he jammed it into my back. He said, "Does that hurt?" I said, "Yeah." Takes out his knuckle again, jams it in again, goes, "Does that hurt?" I said, "What do you think?" The doctor's face grew serious. "Mr. Yang, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news?" Like I said, there's never any good news. "Mr. Yang, I believe you have a back problem." Now don't worry, we can fix it with acupuncture. Now the bad news is, the man who usually does this is away today. But the good news is, even though I forgot my glasses, I can try. I sat there shaking, watching him pull out a long, sharp, pointy needle. I looked at the needle, I looked at the doctor, I looked at the exit. I said, "Doc, I need some time to calm myself down." And he smiled. And so I closed my eyes, and my mind drifted me back to a time when I wasn't so scared of needles. And I could feel my mum's warm hands holding mine. I could hear her whisper into my ear, telling me how brave I was. And I could see her smile, which gave me strength. My mind threw me back into reality. I opened my eyes, I looked at the doc, I'm ready. The doc looked at me, I'm done. I looked at my body, I had needles here, here, and here. I said, "Doc, the pain's here." Mr. Yang, our lives are like one giant interconnected system. All it takes is a little needle in the right spot, and we can make a difference. Little things make a difference. that moment, I realized my back felt a lot better. And I started to realize that maybe I didn't need to do something big to make a difference. All this time, I've been depressed, disappointed with my own life because I never did anything big. But maybe I could be like that little needle and make a difference. I could be that loved one holding your hands when you're sick. I could be that friend who lends you an ear when you need one. And I could be that stranger who gives you a packet of tissues when you spill coffee on your hands. I was inspired. And I picked up my phone and I texted my mum with something that I've never texted my whole entire life. I miss you, Mum. You know how she responded? Do you need money? But thank you for making my day. And it's those heartfelt thank yous, those warm smiles that we get from the people we love, from the people we know, and from the strangers who tiptoe through our lives. It's those little moments, those thousands of little moments that we create when interconnected make this world a much better place. So ladies and gentlemen, remember, we might not be able to change the world, but we can make a difference. Because little things make